Hello there, overclockers, and welcome to the latest episode of News Weekly. Every Friday, we bring you up to date with the latest gaming and tech stories. This week, there's stories about Baldur's Gate, Windows 11, DDR5, and much more. So let's get into it. Let's kick off the episode with the gaming news and start off with this week's free games, because who doesn't love free stuff? The Epic Games Store is giving away 2 games this week, and the first one is Horizon Chase Turbo. This light-hearted racing game is a modern title with a retro feel. It really reminds me of one of those driving arcade machines, and with a multiplayer split-screen mode, it's ideal for getting those nostalgic feels with friends. There's plenty of content with over 100 tracks and 33 unlockable cars, plus the beautiful artsy 4K graphics. This is a game that I would actually quite happily pay for, so it's well worth grabbing it for free. The second free game on the Epic Games Store this week is Sonic Mania. This is another awesome modern game that takes you straight back to the 90s with its 2D design and classic gameplay. Complete the fast-paced all-new levels as one of the classic characters and experience what some gamers have called the best Sonic game ever made. It's a great mix of retro graphics and music with modern 60 FPS playability that will run on pretty much any PC. Sonic Mania is well worth picking up for free this week, so you can relive the peak 90s Sonic with up-to-date changes and new levels. Both of these games are completely free to download and keep until July the 1st. Moving on to our next story, which is about Baldur's Gate 3, and I actually remember reporting on this game last year when it first went into early access. Since then, it's had several updates and patches based on important community feedback, but it also seems as though it still has a really long way to go before the full release. In a recent interview with GameSpot, Larian boss Sven Vink stated that the studio was working very hard to get the game out sometime in 2022. However, they are not making any guarantees, as this is set to be an expansive title with more content being put into development all of the time. The main reason for things taking longer than expected is, unsurprisingly, the difficulties faced when working from home or trying to arrange voice acting and motion capture while everyone is on lockdown. Thankfully, Sven also said development is starting to speed up again as the world returns to normality, so hopefully we'll see larger, more frequent updates over the coming months. You can go and try out early access on Steam right now when you purchase the game for $49.99, and with around 25 hours of content and some very positive reviews, it seems well worth trying out if you love D&D style gameplay and don't mind bumping into a few bugs. Otherwise, it might be worth a long wait for the full launch sometime next year. Moving on to the tech chapter this week, our first story is that on the 22nd of June, AMD released its highly anticipated Fidelity FX super resolution technology, which is the AMD version of NVIDIA's DLSS. This means that it will improve FPS performance in supported games, all while managing to maintain a high level of image quality. It seemed too good to be true when it was first announced. However, now the software has been launched and the reviews are out, I must say that it does look incredible. AMD have done such a great job, and super resolution actually provides very similar results to DLSS 2.0. There is a great performance uplift of around 25%, and it will extend the life of older AMD and NVIDIA graphics cards that might have previously fallen behind the performance needed for those modern games. The main downside at the moment seems to be that there is a limited number of games that currently offer support. As it stands at release, there is only 7. Thankfully, FSR is open source, which means more developers should integrate it into their games. There is currently support coming soon for Far Cry 6, Resident Evil Village, Dota 2 and Baldur's Gate 3, which are all huge names in the gaming industry. It's all very exciting, and I am so glad that AMD managed to nail the launch of this brand new tech. Moving on to our next story, which is our reminder of the Overclockers UK summer sale. Last Friday we announced that it was starting, and you gotta remember that it's still ongoing with some awesome deals on some great PC hardware and accessories that you will actually want to buy. This includes a selection of high quality gaming PCs with RTX 30 series graphics, stunning ultra-wide monitors from LG, the extremely popular and super lightweight Model O mice, cases and cooling from big names like Fantex, Corsair and Lian Li, plus much more, including free shipping on Noble chairs. There are over 200 products in total, with prices slashed by up to 50%, so make sure to check out the summer sale before it's over. Moving on, our next story is about Windows 11. So Windows 10 was meant to be Microsoft's last operating system when it was released in 2015, but Microsoft's latest announcement on the 24th of June means that we will in fact be getting Windows 11. I actually had to suffer through an hour-long update today while crossing my fingers something didn't break, so to be honest, I will be quite happy to see the back of Windows 10. The new Windows is expected to come with a newly designed Start menu, Action Center, File Explorer and Taskbar, with a more modern look and some new features. Leaked versions of the OS show that Microsoft has been putting effort into improving performance, with gains of around 10% in certain workloads. This is great news for PC gamers, professionals and enthusiasts who are looking to invest in those new hybrid CPUs that should be coming later this year. By the time that we release this episode of News Weekly, Microsoft will have released all of those lovely official details and hopefully also told us what to expect. Not when, how. This is like several false starts. By the time we release this episode of News Weekly, Microsoft will have released all of those official details and hopefully also told us when exactly to expect this big update. I'm guessing that it's going to be probably sometime before the end of this year, and hopefully it will be a free update for all Windows 10 users. We'll make sure to drop a link to Microsoft's full press release in the description below. Our next story is about an exciting PC hardware update. We knew it was coming at some point, and it seems that DDR5 memory will actually be arriving earlier than expected. In a recent announcement, Team Group showed off the first DDR5 module for desktops. It's called Elite UDIMM DDR5, and it could be available to consumers worldwide as early as the end of this month. There's not yet any motherboards available that can support it, but I guess Team Group can say they were the first to market. Plus, you can always buy some and use it as a fancy desk accessory until Intel and AMD launch their new platforms. The first kit available will be 2x 16GB modules with a frequency of 4800 MHz and CL404040 77 timings. They are more efficient than DDR4 with voltage of 1.1 volts and comply with the standard specifications defined by the GEDEC Association. This important industry body sets the standard for memory specifications, but those numbers simply provide kind of the starting point, and it's likely that manufacturers are actually going to go way beyond that spec as time progresses. 10,000 MHz memory could actually be a thing in the not so distant future. Other great features coming with DDR5 include on-die ECC, which should help improve stability and actually double the number of banks compared to DDR4, which will speed up all sorts of tasks. It's likely to be a while before DDR5 becomes the mainstream standard for gaming PCs. I think this next generation might just finally tempt me to upgrade my aging 7700K. It's set to be an exciting year with big changes coming, such as new PSUs and new larger coolers in later 2021, early 2022. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning a big PC upgrade yourself. The final story this week is that there's a couple of brand new product launches from Lian Li. The first is the very distinctive Odyssey X PC case. This brand new full tower chassis is a true enthusiast case with a stunning design that's ideal for showcasing high-end components. The unique design is completely transformable and can be rotated 90 degrees to change the look of the case and enhance airflow performance. The dual tempered glass side panel can actually fold to increase cooling, and there is plenty of space for a large custom water cooling loop. The Odyssey X is finished in either silver or black sandblasted aluminium. The Odyssey X is finished in either silver or black sandblasted aluminium for a fine finish and premium feel. If you want the perfect case for a premium build, you can pre-order it now for $394.99. I sure hope that we can actually get our hands on one of these, as I'd love to do a build in one. It looks to have a really unique design with some well thought out features. The second launch from Lian Li is a step into the power supply market. They're well known for creating some of the world's best PC cases, and now there's a small form factor power supply to go along with them. The SP750 is a 750 watt unit with an 80+ gold efficiency rating, fully modular braided cables, and as you'd expect from Lian Li, a sleek and stylish design. You can find the SP750 on the Overclockers website right now for $109.99. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Overclockers News Weekly. Don't forget to go and check out the Overclockers summer sale, you don't want to miss it. Remember to like, subscribe, press the bell icon so you don't miss next week's episode, and I'll see you again on Friday.